Peace. What's up? Okay, today we're going to talk forgiveness part 2. The reason why I wanted to do a part 2 is because I couldn't fit all my thoughts into 10 minutes on forgiveness. It's just too deep of a topic. There's so much to get at with forgiveness because there's so many angles to it. And with each angle comes a new realization. So here's an additional thought on forgiveness. The ego has a way of saying, if I forgive this person that has wronged me, I give them my power or I lose my power. I acknowledge that they have the power of the situation by humbling myself in the forgiveness process. But this is a lie, because it's really the ego saying, I want to be in control of the show. I want to be the person that determines what happens around here. And quite frankly, your ego doesn't make the show happen. Your ego interacts with the show. It's the interface between you and the world around you, which is you. But nonetheless, sometimes the ego says that if I forgive this person, I lose my power. But this is not the case, because forgiveness, real forgiveness, its roots are deep within, on standing in your own truth, taking responsibility for your own self and your own involvement in the disconnect that happened between you and the other person. And allowing all of that to be as it is, messed up, painful, hurtful, whatever the case may be. Allowing it to be that and move forward. Sometimes open-ended, but that's the point of forgiveness. You're letting it disappear into the past in the same way that you don't remember what you ate for breakfast 33 days ago from right now. And if you do, I'm proud of you. But if you don't, you're normal. And I use that as a metaphor to say it should have that much weight in your heart. There's a fun mythological symbol that the Egyptians have of, I can't remember the god. Someone's gonna have to put it down in the comments because it's not coming to my mind. But the god that weighs the heart after a person dies in the afterlife. What he weighs the heart against. The human heart weighs on, one of those classic weighing things. I don't know what they're called either. Someone else put it in the comments. There will be a heart on one side of the scale and a feather on the other side of the scale. And then there's a God that's judging the weight. And in some pictures you see imbalance, and that has a certain significance. And in other symbols you see the balance of the scale. And what it means is that when you die, everything that is in your energy field, that is unresolved, that's weighing you down, will keep you in this dimension when you're born again. Will keep you in this density when you're born again. Because life's eternal, you're going to have experience forever. You cannot imagine non-existence. So inside of this knowledge, you then come to the realization that you're going to go on forever. So if you don't learn a lesson now, in other words, if you see a lesson that you're avoiding, that you don't want to learn, and it's happening now, well, you have the free will to confront that now, which might be forgiveness, or put it off, and then in the future, go through another lesson that teaches you the same thing, that puts you in the same context to have to forgive once again and make the same decision, same choice. Because there's a point to all of this. The point is raising consciousness, evolution, becoming our greatest versions, and embodying our own higher self. That's the whole point of this game right now. And that's what I'm doing. I'm choosing to put myself out there. I'm choosing to forgive my own self internally, because if you haven't noticed, what I've noticed is when I judge myself less, I communicate with you better. And when I speak with you, there's a flow to my words, and that's because I'm not judging what it is that I'm saying, because I don't have internal hurt that I'm weighing myself against. I keep my heart as light as a feather, and I look at life knowing that all of this is a game meant to open my heart, meant to expand me into that much more of what it is that I already am, and to remember that much more of what it is that I already am. There's a butterfly right there. It's how she speaks to me. It's how I know that where I am and who I am is all connected. We are going to go through experiences that are uncomfortable. But if we hold on to the discomfort, we keep at bay the very lesson that discomfort is attempting to get into us. And the ego is saying, no, no. Your ego is not in control of the show, friend. Don't let it be in control of the show. 2 hummingbirds. Your ego is not in control of the show. Don't let the situation, don't try to control the situation. Allow the situation to be. That's one of the major parts of forgiveness. Allowing it to be what it is and not resolve it. Sometimes that means that, let's say that in a worst case scenario situation, there's been a falling out of you in a relationship, and then the person ends up passing on, dying, and they're no longer in their physical form. You may not be able to then have a verbal conversation of trying to hash out what it was that separated you two. But now you still have the ability to forgive this person, because it comes from an internal letting go. It comes from an internal acceptance of the pain that you're feeling and letting it dissolve into the ether, letting it clear its way out of your Merkaba energy field. These are ancient words, by the way. You should look up the word Merkaba if you don't know it. And when you know about your Merkaba and you know how to clear your energy field, forgiveness will make sense. Start studying energy. Start looking into the masters of energy and what they talk about. Start looking into people like Albert Einstein, people like Nikola Tesla, people like Dr. Emoto. Look at these individuals to see what they're talking about when it comes to energy. Because the more you understand energy, the more you pull in knowledge into your mind about what energy is and what it does and how it functions and how it spreads, then you will get even more answers as to how to interact with your own self, your own body, your own mind, your own relationships, your own world, because you're the creator of your world. You're a master creator of your world. And you are creating it so seamlessly, you can even trick yourself into the illusion that you're not doing it. So, reminder, you're creating your reality. Congratulations. If it's not what you want it to be, figure out why and change it. It's that simple. Don't let it be any more difficult than that. You're creating your reality. Whatever you want it to be, it can be it. Let it be it. Don't make it not it. Don't sit in the old earth energy of, this is so difficult, or it won't come easy, or it's going to be painful, or I'm going to fail, or I'll never be able to see this come into fruition. That's old energy, friend. Let it go. Because we live in the new earth, And on this new vibration, everything has the potential to manifest like that. That's what we're talking about here. The lighter you become, the more expanded your energy becomes, the more things can just flow right into you. Last thing I'm going to say as I wrap it up, forgiveness is about making space. Forgiveness is about taking out the clutter from your environment to let that space expand. And as that space expands, you're pulling something into that space. Because where there is a void in the universe will fill it. So make a void of peace, and the universe can only fill it with peace. Let it be peace that exists in your vibration. And let hurt be the thing that goes. And if you need to cry, friend, cry it out. If you need to shout, yell it out. If you need to scream, grab a pillow and yell it out. Don't spread your anger. Don't spread your negativity, but get it out of you. Let it out of you. Art is the way of the alchemist because it transmutes the negative energy into something constructive. Because as soon as someone can look at something negative and see it from a positive angle, it's no longer negative. It's positive. I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. I love you. I'll talk to you again soon. Can't wait to see you along the journey once again. Peace.